Hello honey bunnies, guys and gals. It is your girl here, Kristen, aka KL, coming back at you with another video. Today's video, of course, is a story time, and it's really funny. I was talking to one of my friends that I met through quarantine, and I was telling them how, I had a YouTube channel and how people always, ask me, hey, when are you gonna do YouTube again? When are you gonna do a video? And they were like, well, what's your channel about? I said, well, it's mostly story times. I'll do plus size content, lifestyle, things like that. I think storytime YouTubers, not every storytime YouTuber, but a lot of storytime YouTubers do get a lot of flack for over, selling their stories or telling other people's stories as their stories. And it's just really just baffling to me that all the story times I tell you guys are things that have actually happened to me. I don't over embellish it. These are really just shitty, ridiculous things that have happened in my life. But it makes for great content, and I think it makes for a lot of cautionary tales for a lot of other people. Actually, I've had a lot of people, just asking me, hey, when are you gonna make content in general? We're waiting on you to make content. I had one of my sister's friends say, hey, are you still doing YouTube videos? I said, I haven't really lately. She said, yeah, I know. Okay, shady. If you're new here, my channel is all about story times and being a plus size black woman and just a plus size woman in general. So if you like any content like that or like this video, make sure you do subscribe and like this video so you see when more are coming out. All right, to the nitty gritty of what this is, baby. Y'all, I'm still a weirdo. So if you came on the channel thinking I was different, I'm still a fucking weirdo. So if you cannot tell by the title of this video, this story time is about the time that I was dealing with a married man and unknowingly was doing so. I do want this to be very clear. I had no idea that this man was still married. So I don't want anyone in my comments saying, oh, bitch, you a home wrecker and you this. No, I had no idea whatsoever. So we'll start from the top. How did I meet this person? This was either 2016 or 2017. It's when I was working my first job straight out of college, and I was working at a media analytics firm. Hated it, by the way. But I met him on Tinder. I was obviously very attracted to him. When I matched with him on Tinder, he was from El Salvador. I feel like I said that like buenas noches, like fucking Carisha. What the fuck was it? He was from El Salvador. He was like 6'3". From his profile, I already saw he had 2 kids, which I'm really not a fan of kids. Let me rephrase that. It's not that I'm not a fan of kids. I'm not pressed about dating men with kids, but as I've gotten older, I'm about to turn 27. As I've gotten older, that doesn't matter as much because at some point I would also like to settle down and have my own family. So that doesn't matter as much. But back then, at the age of what, I was 21, 22, I wasn't interested in nobody having no damn kids because I didn't want no kids. But I digress. This man was fine as hell. So we're talking, and oh my gosh, like when I tell you guys, he was just so passionate, like just, I don't know, he just made me feel like he was really into me. And I'm very wary when the guys are like, oh, well, let's meet up like after a day or two of talking on the app. But I'm like, what could it hurt? It's not like we're going to his house or my house. We're going to go to a public place. We decided to like meet up at Chipotle. My niggas, if you right now at my old big age of 20, almost 7 in a couple of weeks, try to take me to Chipotle on like a first date, we're unmatching, period. So we went to Chipotle. The conversation was really, it was just chill, it was a chill conversation. I can't remember what we talked about, but obviously I had liked him enough that by the end of it we had kissed. I can't remember if it was before the date or on a date. He had told me that he was divorced. He had 2 kids. I mean, he explained to me his kids were his life, which I would definitely hope if you have kids, your kids are your life. They deserve to be your #1 priority. But again, he did tell me that he was divorced, He made it seem like she used him for like a green card or a visa or something, basically like to get out of El Salvador and to come over to the States and had kids with him, and then they basically got divorced. That's how he made it seem. I looked on his Facebook because I'm a Facebook stalk you. I'm a social media stalk you before we go out on a date. Trust and believe. It did not show that he was married. Didn't see her on his page except like pictures of like with their kids and stuff. So I didn't think any much of it. I, did see her profile. She didn't have any pictures of him, didn't have his last name or anything like that. So I'm not really thinking much of it. And as far as like the dating, I swear, like we went to Chipotle that one time, and then after that, like it was very clear there was a sexual attraction there. And he basically let me know that he was red flags, okay? Also, if you haven't seen that video of red flags on my channel, make sure you watch that. It'll be in the cards above. But a red flag he basically told me was he lived with one of his friends and his friend's wife, and that his friend's wife doesn't like him having company over. Sounds like a legitimate excuse, except that sounds dumb as fuck. Yeah, red flag. We're gonna get back to that, of course. But so we wanted to, do the nasty. We did go to a hotel. Red flag number 2. Because why the fuck at his big age were we going to a hotel to have sex? Okay, all right, anyway. Listen, I am a more evolved person now than I was back then, because now I ain't falling for none of that shit, all right? I will tell y'all, and I'm so sorry if my sisters are watching this, because I know y'all try to support me, but I know you don't want to hear about my sex life, so maybe speed past this part if you want to. The sex was bomb. It was very, very good. I would say his appendage down there definitely was like that beer can kind of type, I guess. Really girthy. Love girth. It was really good. Kisses really good, groaning and talking to me in Spanish, of course, just, oh my God. Fucking amazing. One thing about him that I still don't understand, he was always so pressed to want to have raw sex with me. I don't play that shit. I do not play that shit. I barely know you, and you want to stick your dick in me without a condom? You're ridiculous. It's not gonna happen. And that was very interesting to me. So of course at that time too, I would never have thought a married man would be telling me that he wanted to raw dog me, right? Yeah, okay. Moving forward, on several occasions we would meet up, we'd have sex. That pretty much would be it. And then that would really be it. Like, I don't know. I remember one time, I don't remember if we were coming from the hotel or something. I really can't remember, but I dropped him off at his house, which wasn't far from my house, matter of fact, because it was raining really hard. Dropped him off, we kissed, and then he went on his way. When I got home, I texted him like, hey, I'm home. Radio silence. I didn't hear from this man for days. That should have been the red flag of, okay, something's up, but this happened so long ago, I can't even tell you, where my mind was or what happened next. At first, I thought maybe like something bad happened. And then obviously after days of not hearing from someone, it's bullshit. It's bullshit. We would unmatch and, I'd block him. Then he'd come back around and, oh, this happened or this happened. And, the same thing that niggas do now. Nothing new but the day and the year. Let's be real. I remember one time he tried coming back. And I wasn't having it. After a while, you just don't want to keep dealing with a fuck nigga. Or whatever the fuck he is. Whatever the fuck. You don't want to deal with it anymore. Being me, I actually went onto his social media. Being nosy again. And I saw that his ex-wife had another Facebook page. I think she had 2 pages. And this other page, she had his last name. I was like, wait a minute, what the fuck is going on here? What the fuck? And I saw a picture, and I can't remember if it was on his page or her page, but it was a picture of them two on the couch together. No kids in the photo, okay? He has his hands, like, on her thighs. And I'm like, wait a minute. Wait, wait a minute. This nigga lied to me. They are not divorced. He's been married this whole time. Their kids live with them. And it's all made sense now. That when he was telling me that he lived with his friend and his roommate's wife or friend's wife didn't want him having people over. Yeah, because it was his wife. He is the roommate. The fuck? Oh. It all started making sense. And I went off on him about it. I said, so you weren't going to tell me you were married? And basically he tried to flip it on me. Like, oh, blah, 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 blah. Like, I can't even remember what he said. Matter of fact, I'm going to see if I can find any screenshots or videos or anything of this situation. Let me check. I don't think I do, but I want to see. Hold on. So I'm looking through my phone. Me and my best friend Gabby, we talk almost every day. Like if it's not on the phone, you know, that we've gotten older, we're pretty much still in communication through text or whatever. But this is from a long ass time ago. I'm gonna see when this is from, but this is just a random text. Like, he told me like 9:43 p.m. one night, I had a great time, mommy, all these emojis. I said I had a really great time too, Poppy. I'm just getting home. He's like, I'm glad you got home, mommy. I can't wait to spend time with you again. I say, are you home yet? And yeah, same here. I'm not free tomorrow after work, but I'm free every other day. So, you know, I got some like pictures I sent her of him and his kids. Like almost every photo he had on social media was like of him being a great dad. Well, you know, looks can be deceiving, obviously. Thank goodness for iPhone saving shit. He kind of would ghost, but also he would kind of say like that spark or whatever, he didn't have it. So yeah, since I like you, but with the spark and all, I say, so you still don't have that spark? Maybe or maybe not. That's why I needed to think. So now I'll just go with the flow and see how things go. I say, well, which are you leaning more to? I just wish I had known what went wrong. That really sucked. You didn't do anything wrong, really. I just didn't feel that spark, but I'm just willing to go with the flow. And I say, are you sure? If you just want to fuck, I get it. Because I'd rather, if someone just wants to fuck, just wants to have sex, just be honest about it. Like, why lie? We're grown. Like, just tell me what you really want. But let's be clear, you guys. It wasn't that he didn't have a spark or, you know, he didn't feel a spark. It's because you are a manipulator and cheating on your wife. I really hope you don't feel a spark with me. Actually, thank goodness you didn't. Conversations like this. I guess this was on, looks like it was on Tinder. So you blocked me again? Why even pretend to care? I don't even know why you lied to me. So I really thought maybe you weren't an asshole. So I called from my phone and went to voicemail. But of course I called from I called blocked from another number and it rings. Just leave me alone for real. Like, you're wasting my time and hurting my feelings. I wish you luck with whatever, but just leave me alone for real this time. This nigga says, okay. Now y'all know, ladies, when a man, or even if you're dating a woman, when the person that you're dating, your significant other, says okay to a long ass text message, you know in your brain get crazy, just turns the fuck on. And I say, like, what the fuck happened this time? Just be honest. And then we never had to speak again. He said, leave it at that. I say, no, I want you to tell me why you can't treat me like a decent person. Like, what, you think I'm ugly, my pussy is whack, or I'm not sure or what? All right, first of all, 2016, 2017 me. Bitch, bye. We are a bad bitch, and we know that pussy is, okay, we ain't gonna talk about it. But anyway, he says, I'm an asshole, let's go our ways. I'm like, but why just tell me what you don't like about me? I'm not a child or sensitive. Only a child would say some shit like this. He's like, peace out. I say, okay, shaking my head. Like, this is the kind of shit that I was like dealing with. I had to scroll through so many pictures to find things with me and this guy. I think I had gotten tested or something, because it is important to get tested even if you are having sex with condoms or, you know, with the same partner. I mean, after a while, probably not. But getting tested is important. He said, I'm clean, by the way. And I guess he was asking me, was I clean? I said, you're only asking me because you want to fuck. And I said, good, that you're clean. He said, is that bad? I sent him like the eye rolling emoji. He's like, do you want to? I sent him a picture of him and his ex-wife. I say, go be with your wife. Don't try to play me. I'm dating someone and I'm happy. Bye. Which is some shit that I would say now. Fucking ridiculous. All right, I can't find anything with him. I'm very surprised by that. But I guess I must have just sent him this. I must have just sent him a picture of him and his wife and say basically, fuck you, my nigga, and I'm out. That really seems to be what it sounds like, because I'm pretty sure if I had kept talking to him, I would have sent my best friend more things. But yeah, so I literally had no idea he was married. I knew he had kids, but he told me he was divorced. So now I feel like with things like this, you gotta double check, because you never really know. I think I remember asking a guy, was he even single? I think we met on an app. Like, we didn't meet in person. But I think while we were talking on the app and I asked him, was he single? And basically he was like, no. Like, you would think if somebody is on a dating app that they are single, but you really never know. And niggas will really play you. Like, actually, this is a good story time. And my friend JoJo will probably agree. There was a guy that I was talking to in school. I really liked him. We were kicking it. I was telling her all about him, and she was like, that's my roommate's boyfriend. I said, oh my God. And I remember I went to him like, so you have a girlfriend, so why didn't you tell me you had a girlfriend? He's like, well, you didn't ask. So I have to ask y'all niggas now, if you are married, have kids, or if you're even single. I shouldn't have to ask. If you are approaching me, I should not have to ask. Really, that's really the story time. You know, I haven't talked to him since. I don't know where he is. I'm sure he's still in DC, probably not far from me right now. But I think I've seen him on the app a few times in the last couple of years. I'm not sure what his current, marital status is, but I'm sure he probably is still married. And it's just so crazy. Like, you have two gorgeous, adorable kids, and you just out here cheating, don't give a fuck, having sex with people raw. And I'm sure he was fucking people other than me. So you out here really just raw dogging anybody. You probably got some other kids hiding out somewhere. Anywho, I'm telling you guys, like, these are the kinds of story times that people are gonna be like, bitch, this ain't true. Yes, the fuck it is. Unfortunately. But what you cannot call me is a homewrecker, because I did not know. And as soon as I found out, I said, pew pew bitch, bye. But if you enjoyed this story time, if you like story times in general, plus size content or anything like that, please make sure before you leave, click that follow button, click that like button, and also leave me a comment. What do you want to see next? Engage with me. I always respond. I love talking to you guys. Also, feel free to follow me on social media. Instagram is RareDecember. That's where I am the most active. But I'm so glad you guys are here back with me watching this video. It's really crazy to know I haven't made a video in so long, and every day I wake up to new subscribers and new comments, and it baffles me, but I also think I must be doing something right. I love you, honey bunnies, to the moon and back. That will never change. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.